All right, so we're about to get into the SAR 724 Sport 9mm hammer-fired semi-auto pistol. This is SAR's attempt to get into the more premium type firearms out on the market, and I think you guys are gonna love this one. This is of high quality right here. So let's go ahead real quick and check out this case. So this is the case right here that it comes in, and this is pretty good quality, guys. This is a hard plastic case. Of course, you have your holes right here for TSA, you know, just in case you want to travel with it. I'm sure they'll take this and this will be approved on that. This is what the case looks like right here. That's the side of it, kind of the back of it right there, hinge area. So yeah, it is a very good quality hard plastic case. And then basically you just lift up the latch here. It also has a latch on this side, and then you lift up the latch on this side right here. So let's go ahead and open the case up. Man, and there it is. Let's see what we have in here. What is this? All right, let's open this up. This right here, I'm sure, yeah, it's the cleaning kit. So you get your cleaning brushes right here. You also get your rods right there on the inside. So they give you all of that to clean up your barrel. That's pretty damn cool. A lot of times we see Canik do that a whole lot. You know, a lot of these Turkish manufacturers, they just give you a lot of things inside the case. Right here, you have your screws. Let's see, you have your optic plates right here. Now these are pretty interesting. Let's check these out real quick. And right here you have your RMR optic plate. That's what it looks like. It is metal. Basically everything on this gun is metal, guys, seriously. This is a RMR CC optic plate right here. Okay, that's the other side. And then you get another optic plate right here, and this is your RMSC optic plate here that you can run for smaller optics. And these are all metal, like I said. So, and they're oiled too. I guess they do that to prevent rust and stuff like that. So you get that. What else? You get more screws. So I'm assuming a lot of these are your optic screws that you're getting. You get your tool set to use. And what is this? This right here is your operation and maintenance manual. So you get this inside the plastic. And then you get a little pamphlet here that explains some things. And it has a barcode, I guess, to check out SAR, which is pretty damn dope. So put that in the inside, set that to the side. You get your lock right here for your chamber. Very important. Your sticker. Put on your ammo cabinet. Your flag, chamber flag right here. And you get your magazine. So you get this magazine right here, which looks like it's a 17 rounder. So you can see 17 right there, 17 rounder, and it is a metal mag. And it looks like the base plate right here is metal too at the bottom, which is pretty damn dope. And of course you have your magazine right here, which comes out and you get another mag with that. And this is also a 17 rounder metal mag that you get right here. And like I said, the bottom of that right there feels like it's aluminum instead of a metal. So everything on this thing is literally metal. And that's the gun, guys. So we're gonna go ahead real quick and check this out. So here's the pistol, and it is a very, very nice looking pistol. I like this a whole lot. I mean, it's designed a whole lot different from many other pistols. 9mm is out on the market right now. So very beautiful. That's it right there. And of course, this pistol is made in Turkey right here, okay? One thing I forgot to mention with the mags, these metal mags right here are Medgar mags. So just wanted to let you know that. Let's look at some of the specs on this pistol right here. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to this. The caliber, of course, is 9mm. The length right here is 8.1 inches, and the width right here is 1.5 inches. The height is 5.8 inches, and it's, you know, regarding the slides finish, this is like a matte gray color or silver, whatever you want to call it. And I'll come a little bit closer so you can see it, but it has that matte color touch to it, and I really like that. This paint job is so good. I mean, I went out to the range, I shot a lot of rounds through this, literally wiped it off, and it didn't even stain on the gun. That was pretty impressive to me. The slide's material right here is a forged steel, and the lower frame is stainless steel. So once again, this is pretty much all metal gun. Has some weight to it, but you have very good quality right here. And since we're talking about the weight of it right now, you're looking at 39.8 ounces unloaded. But of course, I'm going to put it on the scale with and without the magazine. Here we go. All right, let's put it on the scale with the magazine in it right now. And I have it on the scale. And guys, this is going to be a heavy gun. This is going to be a heavy gun. It is 2 pounds, 8.8 ounces. 2 pounds, 8.8 ounces. Now, of course, you have pros and cons when it comes to that. Are you going to EDC this? You know, that may cause problems because it's heavier, but then it has pros and behind it too, because this right here should help with felt recoil, help manage that. And actually it does, because I shot it out at the range. It handles well with your 115 grain and also your 124 on up. So I really, really like this gun. Let's try it with the magazine out. So I'm gonna take that mag out real quick. That's it right there with the mag out. Now let's put it on the scale. So you're looking at 2 pounds, 5.4 ounces. 2 pounds, 5.4 ounces. Let's start at the top and work our way all the way down to the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and start right here. Of course, it is optic ready, and I showed you the plates already. RMSC, RMR, CC, and RMR footprints can fit on this pistol right here with the appropriate adapters that are in the case. So this is it. I'm gonna go ahead real quick and take the optic plate off for you so you can at least see it. And of course, those smaller screws that were inside those little baggies, it looks like they were for the optic plates. So let's take this off and see what it looks like up under there. All right, here we go. So let's take it off. And this is what it looks like. So this optic plate right here is metal, and that's what it looks like up under that optic plate. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Next up are the sights on this gun right here. And of course, they are metal. And it's running a 3-dot white system. So you have your white dot in the front right there. And that is metal, of course, right there. That's what it looks like. And then you have your rear sight right here. 2 dots in the rear, and it is serrated. You can see that right there on there. But yes, they are metal sights that you get on this pistol. Now, it's something that I do really want you guys to pay attention to, and that's the serrations on this thing. Totally different from other pistols out there. Check that out, and that's what it looks like. I'll come a little bit closer so you can see them, but that's it right there. So they are somewhat vertically checkered, and they give you an exceptional amount of grip while racking the gun. So yes, just like that, nothing in the chamber. They are very comfortable, guys. They don't dig into your fingers or anything like that. I'm sure hours and hours out at the range, you will not have an issue at all with these serrations on this pistol. So I really, really like that. And you can see that they kind of overlaid it a little bit on the top of that optic plate right there, so you can get a really good grip. Now, something that I wish they would have really done on this pistol is port it. Maybe they're going to be coming out with a ported model, hopefully very, very soon for this pistol. But I think it would be great just to have some ports, run some ports in that barrel right there, that polished barrel, and then also run it at the top of the slide. I think that will be great for this pistol. Let's go back and look at the barrel right here. You have a beautiful, beautiful polished barrel, and the barrel is forged. And then, like I said, it is polished steel. So that's it right there. Now we are going to go ahead, take the gun apart real quick. I can't show you, over video, but I'm going to take it apart real quick and see what the internals look like. So here are your internals. This is what the lower looks like right here, the inside of it. And you can see this is all one piece looks like right here. Come a little bit closer so you can really see close by the hammer. That's what you're getting right there. Your fire control unit down in that area right there. And it's not much down there at all. And then you have your slide, okay? That's what it looks like there. That's the back of it. Let's take the guide rod out That thing is long. You have the spring right here in your rod. And then also you do have your barrel right here. And that's your barrel. And it looks like it's pretty polished. That is a good thing. So that's it. And that's what it looks like in the inside if you guys want to really see the rifling in the inside right there. So that's it. And that's what it looks like down in that area right there. So it looks like it's well constructed when it comes to this pistol right here. Well made. I like that a whole lot. Moving a little bit further towards the front of the pistol right here, you have your Picatinny area right there, and you can run a light. It looks like you can run the larger lights, which will be preferred on this type of pistol, especially if you're going to be using this for home defense or anything like that. So that's it. And I'm sure this gun would work really, really good in competitions and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you guys like lighter guns in competition or the heavier type guns, but this has a really low bore axis, which equates to better shots being on target. So you see it right there, very, very low. And as you can see right now, just me shooting a gun, I mean, this thing is just handling it very well. You do have these contoured lines right here, right on the side, and you can see they mimic that on the other side of the pistol right here, which gives it a really nice defined good look. Now, something that's very unique about this pistol right here, the slide stop actually doubles as the takedown lever. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So if I turn it on the other side here, it is not ambi, but it is an extended slide stop. It makes it really, really easy to load around in the chamber. So when you're pulling it back right there, and when you have to actuate that, and this has a larger grip, guys. The palm swells or the grips on the side, they're pretty wide. So that's why probably they extended it out so far for you to be able to actuate that pistol. If you pay very close attention right here, it's also serrated and checkered for more grip. And you can see that, the checkering right there, and then the serrations right there on the side. As far as it being a takedown, you simply pull the slide back and line up the two indentation circle marks on the rear. And you can see that right here. So it's little circle mark indentions right there. You have to line these up, guys. So you would simply just kind of go like that, where those two circles are lined up just like that. Now, this is kind of the hard part. So you have to keep this aligned. At the same time, you have to punch out this little notched area right there. So I'm gonna try to attempt to do this with two hands behind the camera. You have it there, and then you're just gonna punch that completely out, and you can hear it. It just push forward, and then you take this and you pull it out just like that. From here, you just simply push the slide forward, and that's how you get ready to field strip or take the slide off of your lower frame. Now, it's pretty simple to put it all back together. You just push the slide back. You don't have to line anything at all with that. You push the slide back. You take your slide stop right here, and you have to kind of line up that circle where you can see clearance in that circle right there. You take this right here, push down on it, and then it should just pop right in place. Let's make sure, let's check it. Everything is working. Yep. Working fine. Let's look at the trigger guard right here. Now, this does have checkering right here in the front. They love the checkering on this pistol, and it gives really good grip for people who want to use that finger right here, placed right there while they're shooting. I've seen that before to control the gun. So they do have it there. They didn't put it at the bottom. It does not have a double undercut, but you do have your undercut curve right there. Now, if you pay very close attention, you can see this extra cutout area right here for your trigger finger, which is good if you happen to have on gloves. So they really thought that through. So look, it's on the other side too, right there, that little cutout. So you take your finger, and if you have, gloves on, it makes your fingers bigger. So that gives you enough clearance to be able to use those gloves. So they really, really thought that one through. Of course, we're going to look at the magazine release button. And yes, this is metal. Very easy to press down on. And you can see that it is checkered also on that magazine release button. And look, it gives you so much grip with that. It also looks like it is reversible. So the lefties have something to work with right there. Now, I do feel like they should have made, this magazine release button a little bit wider, and they should have extended the magazine release button because the grip is so wide. So once again, I have bigger hands, and if you look, this grip and the palm swells on it, they kind of stick out, sort of like that new Glock that just came out, okay? The Gen 6s, it kind of flares out a little bit with that, which makes it where your hand really has to wrap all the way around. But if you have shorter thumbs, it's going to be hard to press down on that button. So I feel like they should have made this extend a little bit further up, a little bit higher, for everything to work together. It would have just made it a lot easier to engage that button. But let's put the mags in and out. Here go your mags. Boom. Goes in pretty good, and they come out pretty damn fast. So, and I can feel it when you put it in, not much friction at all. And you can feel where it just kind of slides into place once you put it inside that grip. So I give them kudos on that one. The other magazine is exactly the same size, so it's no different. It also has the aluminum base plate right there, and you can see that it's oiled up to help prevent from, rust and stuff like that. So something that's unique right here, well, they did put a manual safety on the gun, okay? And you have your little red right there when it's ready to fire, and then you have your safety right here. So if you press down on that trigger, it will not fire. But once you pull down on that manual safety, and it is you can hear it, extremely tactile and audible. And I mean, that is a strong switch right there. So I like that a whole lot. And if if it's red, you pull, it'll be in its double action mode right here. Pull, and you'll feel that heavy trigger on that first pull, boom, okay? And you can fire. Pull it again, boom. Heavy pulls, those are heavy pulls right there. Now, if you pull all the way down on that hammer right there, boom, you have your single action. Now, let's look at the grip, and I really like the grip on this pistol, guys. Check that out. And that's what it looks like right there. So very unique design, very unique texture on this. And I feel like it gives you enough grip. Could have been a little bit more grippier? I think so, but I like it. I like it for what it is. Seriously, it's very different. And it's a solid feeling material on the side of this grip right here. Now, it looks like you can take these grips out. You have a screw right there and a screw there. I'm not sure if they make different grips for it, but I'm sure that it'll be aftermarket parts that you'll be able to get for this pistol. Now, these grips are called black crosshatch grip panels. So that's what the name of these grips are right here. Right here in the front, you can see it on your grip, and then right here in the back. You do not have back straps that you can take off on this gun, unfortunately. Down towards the bottom right here, you do have your flared magwell. That is metal. You have your screw right there, and I like it. It's really good, but it did become a little loose after shooting hundreds of rounds. So I had to tighten that screw up to get it back in place. But other than that, not an issue at all. It feels like it's pretty damn good quality. Right here, you do have your beaver tail, and it is very pronounced on this pistol right here. So you put your hand right there, you have a lot of room with that beaver tail. I like it, and it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. Now, for a person with smaller hands, I don't know if this would be the gun for them, but don't worry, because they have 3 different models that you can choose from on the website. As far as this type of pistol, this is a larger type of pistol regarding the 724 Sport. Time to look at the hammer right here. This is your hammer. You can see that it's knurled or checkered, whatever you want to call it. It's like a little knurling right there for grip. And you can pull it back, half cock right there. Now watch the trigger when I pulled it back. Okay, that's your trigger right there. You can see when I pull this trigger back, that's your take up, okay? That's a wall, and it is a solid wall on half cock, and then break, that's your break. However, when I pull it all the way down on that hammer right there, you can see that it goes into single action mode, and that's your take up. Very short take up, that's your wall, solid wall, and that's your break. That's what it looks like. And then if I go forward, that's it, and you can hear it click into place. If you just pull it right here, you have your double action, very heavy pull. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back of the hammer, and then that's the side right there and the top of it. Now let's keep looking at the trigger right here. This is your trigger, and something very special about this pistol, guys. I love this trigger, okay? This is a double action, single action trigger. I've been showing you that throughout the video, but check this out right here. Of course, this is a metal trigger, and it has a knurled texture right here that you can see. So if I come a little bit closer, let me grab my tool right here. If I come a little bit closer, you can see where it's knurled, and it has a lot of grip when you're pulling on that trigger. So it makes sure that your finger stays in place. I really like that about this trigger. It is extremely comfortable. Once again, you have your double action. As far as the trigger, double, boom, okay? And then you have your single action right here. As far as the trigger, that's your take up, wall, break. Now let's do a reset on that real quick so you can see the reset. That's your reset right there. So let's try it again. That is your reset right there. Okay, double action, go all the way down. Reset right there, it's the same. Okay, so now let's try single action and see if we get the same result. It's your take up, wall, break, reset. Yep, looks like it's resetting at the same position right there. And that's it right there, guys. We are about to go ahead and weigh this trigger. Now, of course, I'm not gonna weigh the double action because I'm telling you now, that right there is gonna be heavier than 8 pounds. So that's about an 8 pound or more trigger when it comes to that trigger. I mean, you can simply see it and I can feel it. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure it right now on the single action and see what we get. So there it is right there on single action. Let's see what we get. Wow, damn. So it's almost 3.5 pounds on that pull with single action. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Huh. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. And it did it once again, guys. Damn near, yeah, 3.5 pounds on that. Let's do it one more time just to make sure. Shoot, I might go ahead and weigh the double action then. That's it right there. Wow. Oh, yeah. And it's coming in once again close to 3.5 pounds. So, you know, it's pretty much a 3.5 pound trigger. Now let's try double action. It's already set on double action. And I'm sure this is gonna probably crack 8 pounds on my trigger scale. Oh, it came in at 7.5 pounds. Interesting, it broke at 7.5. Let's try it again, it's already set. Interesting. I'm gonna make sure it's in the right position for the heavier trigger. Okay, and it came a little bit over 7.5 pounds on that trigger. So yeah, this trigger is around a 7.5, maybe to an 8 trigger, not bad. All right, so you know what time it is. It is time to get this bad boy out to the range and see what it's all about. Flat shooting gun. Super flat shooter, y'all. That low bore axis, man, ain't no joke. All right, so we're rolling with 9mm Luger, 115 grain white box Winchester, guys, and that's the ammunition right there. We'll shoot 124 up next to see how it responds, but so far I'm really liking this gun. Very sporty, very nice, really nice. Nice, man. You just can't mess with this damn thing. Very nice. Now, it is hard sometimes to your thumb, and I have pretty big hands, guys, but grabbing that right there, that slide stop, sometimes can be quite challenging, you know. But other than that, it's just because that grip, as I mentioned in the video. All right, let's put 124 through this thing and see how it responds. Well, I was out of 124, unfortunately, but I do have some 147 grain right here, Blazer ammunition, subsonic ammo, okay? And this is 9mm Luger. So let's try this out and see how this works. And like I said before, this really does have a wide grip on it, so keep that in mind while shooting this gun. Oop. Premature pull on that. There we go. That's it. And actually, that handled well. Weird. Handled it, felt like it was a little bit softer with that for some reason. So that's it. Let's go ahead and try 115 black box Winchester. And that right there would be hollow point. So let's try that. All right, so here's the ammo right here. That's your hollow point right there. So let's see how this handles. Been handling good so far. Really like the serrations a whole lot. They're really nice. And this trigger, guys, this trigger is amazing. Man, that trigger. I'm telling you, this trigger is something with this trigger, guys. Look at that trigger. And then right there at the bottom, you have that grip. Exceptional. Matter of fact, we got Viking coming over here. Let's see how much Viking will like this. Come on, Viking. You in the video, man. We out here. We gonna see how he likes this, guys. You want 147 or you want 115 hollow points? I was shooting all the shit. You can shoot hollow points.
Shoot whatever you shoot.
Okay.
115s, let's see what she's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Talking pretty good.
What you think about it?
Super nice. Super nice. Almost no muzzle flip. This thing is awesome.
All right, y'all heard it. Awesome. Man, I'm telling you, SAR did a pretty good job. They really did. Great with this gun. Pistol. What you think about the grip? Because I felt like the grip is very wide.
It was nice. It fit right in there, contoured right. A lot of control. Heck yeah. Nice pistol.
Nice. All right, man. Y'all heard it.
2,000 years later.
All right, so now we have Chad on the 724. He wanted to experience this, so I went ahead, got some B-roll, added them in, guys. And of course, my con with it is a thicker grip. So your hands have to be a little bit bigger. If you have smaller hands, I've mentioned this. It may be slightly uncomfortable, but we'll see what Chad says. So far, how do you think it as far as in a hand for you?
It feels, for me, it feels really good. I haven't shot it yet, so sometimes the way it feels with it, but like just sitting in your hand compared to shooting it may be different. It does have a little bit more of that forward lean like you have with a longer slide. I like that.
It's an all metal gun.
Yeah, and it does have some weight to it. So hopefully it helps with recoil. I am pretty excited to see how this lower slide does with recoil.
Yeah.
It feels really great. It looks really good.
It does look good.
So
I love that. And the way they structured the grip on it, that shit's sexy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, so we're shooting what? Is this Blazer?
That one right there, that's Blazer 115, yep.
All right. It's really smooth too. First shot.
See how you like it. Man, look how flat the damn thing. Damn, rapid shots.
That thing's flat. That thing is flat.
Man, it's that, I think because it's that low bore axis, it's more controllable. And like you said, the weight on
my
this damn
God.
thing right here is insane.
This thing just wants to get back to 0. That was my first time ever shooting it. Never shot it before.
Yeah, that was his first time.
And I could just tell after the first 2 shots, I was like, let me see if I can push it a little quick here. I think I missed one at the very end. And yeah, that was really good.
Things you want to see in a future model, maybe, or?
Well, let me get my thoughts together here. So maybe if they could add a gas pedal up here.
Oh, to help with the thumb.
Just so you have somewhere to sit, because there's no texture here. So that just means it's just a slick spot. So getting to that same muscle memory spot may be a little challenging, especially if you're going to use it for competition. That would be the only difference I could really say, just somewhere to index. Other than that, I mean, it's a hammer fired. It feels really good. The trigger's really good.
What did you like the texturing in it? Because it's different.
I liked
freaking love that.
I thought it felt really good.
Yeah.
And for it, I'm a big fan of flat triggers, but since this has a little curve, it felt really well. I mean, it felt perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
Magwell felt perfect. There's actually plenty of room. My pinky's not even on here at all.
Yeah.
Plenty of grip. So if you have a larger hand, this is definitely going to suit you. This is going to be one where you can really get a good purchase
On it.
For me, the actual grip width didn't really bother me too much.
Oh, interesting.
It didn't really bother me too much, but I wear large to extra large gloves depending on the make. So that's kind of an indication of what may be comfortable for you. Other than that, it shot really flat.
Yeah, you were shooting pretty damn fast at these targets too. So
Yeah. And I don't shoot irons a lot, guys. I'm not gonna. I mean, almost every gun, if it has an optic ready, I put an optic on it. So optic ready slide, I should say. So for me being out of practice with just irons, because I don't spend a lot of time with it, that felt really good.
different experience with these SAR firearms. So we're gonna get more to the channel hopefully and see if you guys like it, but stay on the lookout. We have one of the old school SARs too. I think it's a sport, so look on the channel for that one too. I did a review on that one too, guys.